5 Christmases after my death, my doctor husband Nathan Morgan once again wanted me to take responsibility for his first love Maria Price's medical malpractice. He stormed into my old apartment with a forged agreement, only to find a room full of dust. In his panic, Nathan grabbed Adam Davis, the convenience store owner downstairs, demanding to know where I was. But Adam told him Caroline, she died 5 Christmases ago. Caroline Walker was my name. After a pause, Adam added, I heard it was because the family from that medical dispute wouldn't let it go. They cornered her in the alley at midnight and stabbed her over a dozen times. Nathan didn't believe it, convinced that Adam must have been paid by me to lie for me. He let out a cold laugh. He said, I only suspended her for 2 Christmases, and she's still throwing a tantrum? Please tell her that if she doesn't show up within 3 days, I'll stop paying for her sister Liliana Walker's cancer treatment. With that, Nathan cursed under his breath and stormed out. Watching Nathan's retreating figure, Adam shook his head and sighed. He said, Liliana died long ago because she couldn't afford treatment. In the hallway, the security door rattled as keys turned in the lock. My soul floated near the ceiling. Watching Nathan burst into my old apartment clutching the forged agreement, he covered his nose, waving away the dust in the air, his shoes making urgent sounds against the floor. Nathan shouted, Caroline, get out here. Maria's about to lose her medical license, and you're still hiding? I laughed bitterly behind him. After that medical dispute 5 Christmases ago, I had cut all contact with Nathan. I never expected that this time he was looking for me to take responsibility for Maria's new medical malpractice. I had to admire how deep his feelings for Maria truly were. Nathan circled the room twice, his gaze sweeping over the dust-covered sofa and spider-webbed windowsill. He said, what's with this act of suddenly disappearing? Where could someone who got fired from the hospital possibly hide? Maria just texted that the police have started investigating. You want her to go to prison, don't you? I'm giving you 10 seconds. Get out here now. Looking at his impatient face, I thought to myself that after 5 Christmases, he still had that attitude of expecting everything to go his way. But no matter how many 10 seconds he gave me, I would never obediently appear before him like I used to, because I was already dead. Nathan shouted again, Caroline, did you hear me? I'm just asking you to help out. Why do you keep making excuses? He suddenly turned and kicked the bedroom door, the door panel making a dull thud, but the bedroom remained empty. Nathan clicked his tongue impatiently and searched the place again, still finding no one. Only then did he finally realize that there really was nobody there. He stormed out, slamming the door behind him. The convenience store door was yanked open as Nathan grabbed Adam, who was ringing up a customer. He asked, have you seen Caroline? She's the woman who lives on the 3rd floor. Adam paused, wiping the dust off his hands. He said, Caroline? She died 5 Christmases ago. I saw Nathan's movements freeze for a moment. Then he laughed coldly and said, who are you trying to fool? How could someone like her possibly die? I'm not lying to you. Adam pointed toward the alley entrance. 5 Christmases ago, she was cornered in that alley by the family from a medical dispute and stabbed over a dozen times. She died on the way to the hospital. What's your relationship to her? Adam's answer was so matter-of-fact that a flash of surprise crossed Nathan's eyes. He frowned, and his expression actually showed a hint of pain that I couldn't understand. But soon, his attention was drawn to a message on his phone. The message was from Maria. Forget it, Nathan. Caroline must still resent me and will find excuses to refuse. Don't trouble yourself for me anymore. I can go to prison without me. You need to take care of yourself. This message convinced Nathan that my death was just an excuse for me to refuse to help them. His fingers trembled as he replied, what right does she have to refuse? Back then, I gave her such a large sum of money. Now, when I need her, she has to show up. Don't worry, I'll definitely drag her back to take the blame for you. I absolutely won't let anything happen to you. The message sent successfully. Nathan glared at Adam and said, stop acting with me. She's definitely hiding somewhere. Did she pay you off? Adam sighed and said, how could anyone joke about something like this? At the time, the news reported on it. Nathan unconsciously raised his voice, saying, can news reports be trusted? Taking a step forward, his eyes were full of threats. He said, please tell her that if she doesn't show up within 3 days, I'll stop paying for her sister Liliana's cancer treatment. Adam opened his mouth, wanting to say more, but Nathan cut him off with a sharp wave of his hand. Nathan said, don't give me any nonsense. She either gets out here, or she can wait to collect Liliana's body. With that, Nathan turned and left. The convenience store door slammed shut with a bang. Adam watched his retreating figure, shook his head, and sighed into the empty air. He said, Liliana? Liliana died long ago because she couldn't afford treatment. I floated nearby, looking at the water bottle that had been kicked aside on the floor, my soul feeling as if it had been soaked through by the icy liquid. Back then, that money never reached my hands. While Liliana lay in her hospital bed waiting for money to save her life, Maria was using that money to buy imported medical equipment, and while I was stabbed and left bleeding in the alley, Nathan was accompanying Maria to a medical conference. Now, he was actually using a dead person's name to threaten another person who had long since left this world. My soul seemed trapped beside Nathan, forced to follow him home. The moment Nathan pushed open the door, Maria rushed forward, her face full of anticipation. Nathan, how did it go? Did you find Caroline? Nathan shook his head, looking dazed. No. And they said Caroline is already dead. Maria's eyes widened as she staggered back half a step, instinctively grabbing Nathan's arm. How is that possible? Is she deliberately hiding from us, making up lies to fool you? Nathan frowned without saying a word. Seeing this, Maria quickly forced a bitter smile. That must be it. Caroline definitely still holds a grudge about what happened 5 years ago, so she doesn't want to help me and made up this lie. Nathan, maybe we should just forget it. Let's not make things difficult for her anymore. I can turn myself in. Nathan remained silent for a moment, then finally nodded. You're right, she must be hiding somewhere, but this matter can't end like this. Even if I have to dig up the entire ground, I'll find her and help clear your name. Maria's eyes reddened with emotion, her voice choking up. Nathan, you're so good to me. Just then, Nathan suddenly interrupted her, his tone hesitant. But since Caroline can come up with this kind of excuse, it seems she's really furious. Maria, this is the last time. After she takes the fall for you and gets out of prison, we should go our separate ways. Standing nearby, I was so shocked I almost forgot I was dead. Nathan actually brought up separating from Maria on his own. I still remembered that Christmas when he and I had a huge fight over Maria. We'd been married less than a year when Maria returned to the country and specifically transferred to our hospital. From then on, the two of them carried on their ambiguous relationship right under my nose. The moment I questioned it, Nathan would scold me for being narrow-minded and baselessly suspicious of them. But now, he was actually suggesting ending this relationship himself. Nathan didn't notice the stiff expression on Maria's face. Turning away, his voice softened slightly. I need to return to my family eventually. Last time, I did give her money, but these past few years, I've really been unfair to her. Thinking about it, I actually feel quite guilty. Hearing this, Maria looked at him in disbelief. Nathan, you don't want me anymore? Nathan's eyes darted away as he frowned deeply. I don't know, it's just that ever since leaving Caroline's house, I've been feeling really anxious, like something terrible is about to happen. After a pause, his tone became resolute. But regarding this matter, I'll definitely help you. I won't let you go to prison. I'm going to find her right now. Wait for me. With that, Nathan turned and left, his retreating figure showing determination and decisiveness. Maria stood there motionless. But when she looked at Nathan's departing figure, all traces of her pitiful act vanished. I saw clearly that Maria's gaze was like a poisoned blade, vicious and venomous. The name she ground out through clenched teeth was actually mine. Nathan was desperate to find me, so the first place he thought of was Liliana's. I followed his car straight to Central Hospital. I knew this route particularly well. I used to make this daily commute between the hospital and home. All these years, it never changed. I watched Nathan floor the gas pedal. H been frowning deeply ever since getting in the car. I didn't need to think twice to know he was worrying about Maria again. Nathan didn't even wait for the car to come to a complete stop before rushing into the inpatient ward and grabbing a nurse at the station. He said, "Can you look up Liliana's room number for me?" The nurse was startled for a moment, then responded, "Of course." She then looked down and began searching through the admission records. Just then, a cold laugh came from nearby. Someone said, "Well, if it isn't Dr. Morgan, what brings you to slum it in our little corner?" Nathan turned to look, and his expression immediately darkened. The speaker was Waylon Robinson, an attending physician who used to work in the same department as him. From what I knew, their conflict went way back, but later, for some reason, after I took responsibility for Maria's medical malpractice, Waylon also resigned and left the hospital. Now, with enemies meeting face to face, both were particularly furious. Nathan looked Waylon up and down, then said, "Where I go is none of your business." Waylon crossed his arms and laughed mockingly. He said, "You're right. It's none of my business. I'm just curious how you can be so cold-blooded. When they were critically ill, you didn't come. Now that they're both gone, you finally think to look for them." Nathan furrowed his brow and asked, "Critically ill? What do you mean critically ill?" He looked completely confused, as if he had no idea what Waylon was talking about. "But I knew Waylon was referring to what happened to Liliana and me when I was stabbed multiple times in that alley. I was already barely hanging on in the ambulance. The medical staff called Nathan, wanting him as my family member to see me one last time. But he was with Maria at the time. Didn't want to be disturbed during their romantic time together. So he hung up without even answering. When the medical staff tried calling him again later, he even blocked their number." Liliana's situation was the same. When she couldn't afford treatment and the hospital issued a critical condition notice, everyone tried to contact Nathan, but he was off traveling with Maria. As a result, when Liliana died, there wasn't a single person by her side. She left this world completely alone. Seeing Nathan's confused expression, Waylon stared at him for a few seconds before suddenly letting out a scornful laugh. He said, "You're quite the actor, whatever. I really don't know what's so special about you that she was willing to sacrifice so much for you." Waylon didn't say anything more and headed back to his office. Nathan stood there, his fingers slowly and unconsciously clenching into fists. This was a nervous habit he had when he was scared. But what was he afraid of? Just then, the nurse's voice brought him back to reality. "Dr. Morgan?" The nurse hesitated for a moment, then continued. "The patient you're looking for, Liliana, passed away 3 years ago." Upon hearing this, Nathan's eyes widened, and his entire body froze like he'd been nailed to the spot.